We had another very successful live stream on Twitch. Well, it wasn't our best, greatest, and it wasn't our worst, so that's positive on both ends, isn't it? Holy shit, it is. But the point I'm getting at is we had a fairly decent stream, and so because of that, I'm very proud of it. It's another good piece of content. It is currently being uploaded to YouTube, so we can schedule it out for you guys, and it's also on its way to Rumble. So the content is out there, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It's fucking phenomenal. Now, we have something to cover because Cody Bell proceeded to make a stupid post, and then so did the stalker who raped a 2-year-old child. So let's get in this. So nice. Yeah, I know we're live. I'm looking right at my camera right now, and it says I'm live right on top. That's kind of silly, isn't it, guys? I think it's silly. So let's go to Shoebox Files because he was the one who posted the first thing. And multiple, might I mention. Okay, he did 2, 3. Wow. Guys, you sit here and wonder why I have to make these videos on these dweebs, and I sit here and wonder why I have to myself, but then they do things like this. Look at this. So Shoebox Files, a.k.a. the pedophile who raped a 2-year-old child. So let's cover this, man, okay? All right. So this man proceeds to post we're killing it on YouTube, my guy. Okay, put my viewer count on a post. You do realize that when I do these, I don't care who sees them live or doesn't. I'm gonna break your little heart. And yeah, we're doing fine. Actually, I think the stream you're talking about right here, I hate to break your little heart. It actually did pretty well. Oh, and we were busy exposing somebody that isn't you guys, because your guys' obsession, it was someone other than you. It was the troll police. We were covering the troll police. Yeah, about that. Let's move forward with this. And then we got him saying we're killing it on Twitch, my guy, with my 3 viewers. You do know 3 average viewers is enough to be monetized. And those 3 viewers, I get paid for it. So you can say what you want, but that stream you're dogging on is monetized. Do you have a monetized platform? Didn't think so. So why would you be posting this on a monetized video talking about views when we know the only time you get views is when you talk about me? That's sad. Okay. All right, my guy. We are currently over 3 hours into the stream, and we're still killing it. I never said we were killing it. I never said the stream was. I said it's not our best, and it's not our worst. Trust me, I've seen the worst streams as well before I was monetized, and they sucked. Even I will tell you they sucked. But right now, we're doing just fine. We're steadily growing, and that's fine for me. I got other things I'm going to be focusing on outside of content creation at some point here soon as well. So I'm going to be doing the content creation while going to school, but we won't bring that up because This pedophile can't go to school. He can't get a job because he does have a criminal record where they do have in most locations, most jobs, if you have to deal with children, he can't get a job with children. I don't have that problem because I worked at the Salvation Army as a camp counselor for 2 years. So, so I don't see where this is going. You got a big fat L. You got no W with these. I've exposed you once again, and I'm assuming you're probably, if you haven't already made a video, you're probably going to end up making a video. Nope, you made a video. Fuck Kamala Harris. I don't like Kamala Harris because she's corrupt. You're a fucking idiot. Oh, you cannot be this fucking stupid. 5X is too big. I should have warned you about that. Oh, let's watch this nightmare. This another failed YouTube try. Of course, he's gonna go that route because, well, why not bring race into everything? Because I never did anything racist. What point did I make a racist comment towards Kamala Harris? It was never about her race, it's about her person.
People who are black, monkeys. Black people, monkeys. People who are black, monkeys. Black people, monkeys. Sorry, not sorry. Again, not sorry. Alright. Well, that's it for you guys. People who are black, monkeys. Black people, monkeys. Sorry, not sorry. And not sorry.
You got nothing here,
well,
dude.
That's it for you guys.
You got absolutely nothing. Wow, you failed in your own fucking video. Go get some help. Go home. Get the fuck off YouTube. You're a waste of space. You raped a 2-year-old child, and you think you got me by saying nothing racist? I don't know. I don't like Kamala Harris. No. That has nothing to do with race. That has to do with the kind of person she is. But okay, liberal. You probably like Kamala Harris. And you love Joe Biden too. But I don't know if you were quite prepared for him to drop out of the race because he was so incompetent to be in anything. But you just proved how liberal you are with this post. You know, that's the exact same shit that CNN does. They take what they want and cut it just right to try to make someone look bad. Congratulations. You're on fake news. Okay. Now, then we got Mr. Bell here, also known as Dean TV. He made a post. Okay. Literally no one is in your chat, my guy, at Hyatt America 2. Oh, where's... Okay, I gotta go to the side because it's blocking my view. Where's all the waves of people? Question mark. You thought you weren't doing drama. Jeff, I exposed you on national TV and you went to still say something about I make minimum wage. Yeah, I will say something about that. Also saying that you don't get handed anything, but you're in a government assistance shoebox. You do realize how much taxes I've paid? Yeah. So yeah, sometimes you need a break. Um, Sometimes you need help. You realize I've worked most of my life. So because of the last 2 years, last year, only a year, I haven't had a job. So a year of needing some financial assistance. After how much I put into taxes, you wanna break your little heart. So you know how much we pay in taxes here in Minnesota? It's pretty fucking high. I think we're like one of the top three when it comes to income tax. So I'm about to put my point on it. Oh, so about 10% of your income. Minnesota has a state income tax with a progressive tax system. The tax rate range from 5.35 to 9.85%. Resident must report all income, including earned outside of the state. So when I went to work at Yellowstone, I still had to report that, and I had to pay those taxes back, which means for a job that I was only getting paid maybe $11 an hour, I was paying taxes for a state. Yeah, no, we're not even going to talk about how much I've seen come out of my checks for taxes. You don't even want to know. The more you make, the more you spend, the more they take. Literally, you're broke most of the time. Here in the state of Minnesota, this is how things work here because I don't think you realize how things work here. You do realize, yeah, we may have the nickname the welfare state, but there's more to it than that. See, when I was working, I was barely able to make ends meet. Granted, I still can barely make ends meet. It's even worse now than it was before. But I barely could afford to survive. And here's the funny part. So you know those taxes you put in every month that literally make it so you can barely survive? You know what happens here with that? That goes into programs like food stamps and government assistance and GRH, general housing, because that's what it stands for. Um, your money goes into these things. But let's say you're working a full-time job and you're barely making ends meet. You're under the poverty level. But in the state of Minnesota, as long as you're making money, you get no help. You're told to go fuck yourself. You can barely eat, but yet you can't get any help. So I don't know. You really have no room. So let's compare this to your Arkansas, because I don't think you guys have much for income tax. Period. So oh, you guys don't have an income tax. Oh no, you do. It's 5.9. You do know there's a difference between 5.9 and 10%. And you got a sales tax of 6.5. Ooh, do you want to go into how much sales tax is here? Because that's just as bad. So if you need anything that isn't covered under food, clothing, yeah, here in Minnesota we do not pay tax on food. We don't pay tax on clothing, but we do pay tax on absolutely everything else. You want that soda in the at the gas station? It comes with tax. You need to buy something for your house, for your place. You need cleaning supplies. You need to get soap. You need to get like hygiene products. There's tax on all of it. Hell, we've got one of the highest smoke taxing. So, plus we were the state that kind of started that whole fucking trend. Yeah. No, our state fucks us every goddamn year. Okay, so let's look at the states with the highest income tax. I'm almost positive that Minnesota is pretty close to the top. Yeah. Ooh, we are. Oh, we're in the top 5. Doesn't that fucking bust your balls, motherfucker? Like, and then you want to compare our income tax to our minimum wage, which is only, what, $11 an hour? It doesn't match. But $11 an hour, 40 hours a week is enough not to get you food stamps. But it's not enough to live off of. But it's not enough to give you food stamps. It's too much. It's not low enough for you to qualify for food stamps. That's the fuckery of the system here in Minnesota. But you don't live here. But you somehow know how it's like to live here. Don't ya? Ah. So let's take an average paycheck. Let's say you're working about, let's pull my handy dandy calculator out. So let's get that quick. Oh, it's going to be in my start box because I don't have it on my dashboard because I don't normally need it. But we're going to be doing some math, some pretty high numbers, and we're going to figure something out here. So let's say you're getting paid, the average job here in Minneapolis is about $15 to $16 an hour. Oh, and we're not going to talk about the income tax that comes from living within the city. It's even worse. Yeah. You're pretty much fucked. Our state's like, you want this big dildo? You're going to take it. We don't care if you don't want it or not. You're going to take it. That's exactly how Minnesota runs. Why do you think we don't like our politicians? Why do you think we hate Governor Walz? We don't get to choosing who we get for politicians because for some reason they steal elections every year, which that was proven as well. So let's grab that calculator for you. Okay, so let's grab this calculator. Grab the calculator. Let's pull it out. Pull the calculator out because we got some numbers to crank here because I don't know exactly what the percentage is going to be. Okay, so the average job is about $15 to $16 an hour. You're working 40 hours a week. So we're going to take that 16. Let's go with 16. Okay, we'll be nice and go with the higher amount. Or we could go with the lower amount and make you feel a little better about yourself, but I don't feel like doing that for you. So we'll go with 15 because that actually would hurt your feelings. So let's go. Actually, so you 15. Multiply that by 40. So it's about $600 a week. Now, if you get paid bi-weekly, which is more common, you add another $600 to that, and you get $1,200. Now, here's going to be the kicker, because we're going to go to percentage. Oh no, we want to actually back that up. Okay. I fucked up with the calculator. Bear with me. Now, we divide that by, what was its income tax? 9.85%. Okay. And that's actually going to be the highest, and you will pay that. See, if you're a single man, you're fucked even more because they give you the highest tax bracket. It doesn't matter if you make much. Because you're a single man, you're fucked. So, divide that by, what was it? 9.85. I screwed up again. My bad, guys. I'm fucking up here. But it's multiplied. Okay, so we multiply that. The $1,200 that you get bi-weekly for 15, or what would we grade about? 15 an hour for 40 hours a week. And we multiply that. See, I'm right now I'm only fucking up to make you feel better about yourself because this is gonna break your little heart right now. So this is a 9.85. Okay, what am I doing around here? Oh, it's because I'm typing it in wrong. Okay, you can go fuck yourself. Okay, so divide that. By about 121. So you're paying about 120. This ain't right because I've seen more than this come out of my taxes. There's no way this is right. Okay. I think this calculator's all fucked. Okay, so yeah, I'm almost positive it is. Oh, no. It was 1,200, right? Yeah, it was 1,200. Okay. I guess it's on the calculator online. While Bing is still trying to figure it out. Okay. Okay. Where's the calculator itself? Ah. What is 9.85% of so about 118. So that's not including your city taxes, which depending on where you live is depending on how much you're going to take out. It's never pretty. And I swear I've seen more taxes than this, unless they've dropped them in the last few years. But I've also gotten paid quite a bit in my lifetime too, so I've seen paychecks higher than $1,200. But plus we're using like literally the lowest average, so of what you get paid here in Minneapolis. So you got that, okay? And then your average rent in Minneapolis is about $985. So, oh, you're fucked again. Trust me. So your average rent here in Minneapolis is about, for a studio apartment, is about nine. What I was looking at, the one I'm looking at is $925. So so we can take our handy dandy calculator. So we're gonna clear this completely. Just start fresh. So you got to take that 1,200 and subtract that 118. Let's go precise. 118.2, which is about 118 like 0.20 cents or something like that. So let's go with this. Oh, so you're stuck with 1081. So then we subtract again. So let's do this. We're not done yet. Okay, don't worry. Okay, and so actually we got to figure out what the tax is on Minneapolis income tax. Okay, so it looks like there is no income tax for the city itself. So, you gotta remember you're gonna have other bills too. And there's taxes on your bills. Yeah, you heard me right. So when you pay your water, your electric, your heat, which I don't know if you know this, but living in Minnesota, you have to have heat every winter. So, well, we're going to subtract that 925. Oh, actually, no. So let's actually back that up. No. So, last one was the 1081. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. So, you realize out of all the jobs I've had paying from as high as, I think my highest pay was, what, 22 an hour? My lowest was $9. You do know in Duluth, where I lived, where I grew up, minimum wage was what they gave you. State minimum wage, which is only like $10. It's pretty sad. You're pretty fucked, but yeah. You're not allowed on the table. Okay, so let's finish this up. So we get 1081.8. We're gonna, what was that? Bi-weekly. So that's about 2 paychecks. So we can multiply that by 2. So you're getting about $21.63 a month. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you want to know what the summertime is like or the wintertime, because I personally go with the wintertime because that's usually when your bills are the highest, and they're pretty high here in the state of Minnesota. Yeah. Okay, and they're all taxed. So we're actually going to have to bring up that calculator back. Let's open that percentage calculator because we're going to need that back. I thought we weren't going to need it, but because there is a sales tax. Thank you. So let's go here. So we need to now know what is the sales tax in Minnesota. Oh, it's 6.85%. Okay, so we need this number. So let's open up a new tab so we don't lose that. So let's go with the big one first. So that's not what I asked for. So you're going to go to your average heating bill. It's about $180. So you're going to lose another $180. Actually, it's more than that because you got sales tax on that. So, okay. Find a value. No, I want an actual calculator because we got to determine this. This is quite a bit we're asking here for. So we need... What was the percentage again? Shit, we just had it. Where did it go? Where did it go? What's the... Oh. Okay. So $12. Okay. So we're going to subtract. Wait, that can't be. I've seen higher heating bills than that. How's Biden's America? It's fucked. You're fucked every inch of the way. Like I'm. To be honest, I'm glad he dropped out, so at least we don't have to deal with him. But we got Kamala Harris, and she's just as corrupt. Okay. Okay, we're not letting you spam that shit in my fucking chat. Okay. So, okay, dumbass maybe. Okay, so I've seen higher heating bills, but this is because I'm used to living up north. And our heating bills are pretty high up there. So I've seen $300 heating bills. Okay, so anyways, so we We grab our calculator, right? We grab this. You subtract the 180. So you're left with, oh wait, no, that's right. We gotta remove 12 point, what was it? 37. So we subtract that again by 12.37. So you're about $1,900 left for the month. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. Oh, and we haven't even taken out the federal income tax, because there is an income tax federally too. Albert, stop spamming my fucking chat. You will get fucking banned. Elbow does not own me. He never has and never will. I do have moderators now, so if I want to, I can just have them come in and teach you guys a lesson. So, we are not quite done yet, that's right. So we need the federal income tax. So we forgot to take that out of there too. So it's actually way less than this. You're fucked by the end of this. Okay. All right, so let's go to the power bill. Oh, well, there's not really much of a water bill because we do have a shit ton of leaks. Okay, so electricity is 110, so about 1 ton. So we gotta bring our back our percent calculator. So it's 7.56. Okay, so we're gonna subtract the 110. Albert, do you really want to keep getting banned from my fucking chat? How many alt accounts do you show up here, man? Thanks for the views, because I will literally remove you from my chat. You say you own me? Obviously, I own you because I have that ability. Oh, or my moderators can come in and start treating you guys like shit. I don't have no problem doing that. Most of them are getting ready for bed because it is past midnight. But Albert here is homeless, so he doesn't have anywhere to be. Okay, what was that? 7.56. So, and we actually were given the other bills too. 65.12. And we're not even putting in inflation. We haven't done anything for inflation. So it's probably higher because of inflation. So, okay, so your water bill, your water bill is about $57. No, gas is 57. Water is 65. That's surprising, especially with a state with a shit ton of water. Okay. Because they like the charges everywhere they can. Especially for something that we have more of than most states. I guess. Because so that down. Subtract the water bill. I'm going to. What do you mean by that? By the bankers? Are you talking about what was his name? Because there's an independent running. But I'm pretty sure Trump's going to end up taking it. He's winning by a landslide. I don't know about you, but inflation and open borders isn't exactly what Americans want to be dealing with on a regular basis. So no, I do not think Harris is winning. Okay. So, and then your internet's about $68. Okay. Actually, these averages must be talking about the low point of the average, because I've seen my internet bills over $100. So, yeah. I don't know where they're getting this stuff. This is why I don't tend to trust most sites. One thing I trust, actual experience. But I can tell you right now the amount of taxes I've paid and the struggle that I'm in now. I've already paid for the help that I'm getting now, tenfold. So if you, Albert or Cody Bell, if you want to make a comment, oh, well, you get government help. You mean that government help that I already paid into? Quite a bit, actually. More than you've ever paid in taxes. Break your little heart, my guy. That wasn't too hard. It really wasn't. And see, that's my problem with you, Cody Bell. Cody Bell, you've never had to pay these kind of taxes. And you never will. You live in Arkansas. Your income tax is literally way less than ours. That 6% is not that bad. Hell, I wish our income tax was 6%. Hell, Minnesota is in the top 5 most expensive or income tax. Now, let's actually do another research and find out which state is the most expensive to live in, because I know we're pretty high. Can you please stop? Huh. Not even on that list. But I don't think they're doing a comparison to our minimum wage, because our minimum wage and tax, our income tax don't match. We get ripped for taxes. We've already figured out that you're going to end up with under maybe lucky $500 to your name at the end of the month. Yeah, that's about average. Okay, so we're 1.0.01 more expensive than the average in the United States. That can't be. I like I said, I don't think they're actually putting the percentage. Because see, this is why I don't trust a lot of these sites, and the only sites that are going to come up are ones that are going to try to sell you Minnesota. because that's what they're trying to do. Okay, because they've been trying to do this a lot lately. Yeah, that's not true. Oh, it's 94.4%. That means it's in the top 10. Okay. That's good to know. No, it's not reasonable. God damn it. This is why. So you got all these people who are rich and don't ever have to pay for anything, and they're the ones who tend to make these articles. None of them end up actually being people who actually have to try to thrive and live in these horrid areas. You know, just last month there was a shooting where a police officer got shot and killed by someone who was ambushing him 3 blocks that way. So again, there's another thing you don't have to deal with. You don't have to deal with the crime. Oh, that's right. See, Cody Bell, before you come trying to make your fucking point, make sure you do your research, because obviously you didn't. Obviously, we've proven that you guys don't pay anywhere near as much in taxes. So why the fuck make that comparison? Okay. So technically, no, I haven't had anything handed to me. That's just me paying my taxes, doing my duty as a citizen of this very shitty state. And no, I don't plan on living here much longer, because once I've got the funds, I'm heading back out to Montana, where it's a much better place. It's beautiful. Snow-covered peaks in the springtime, snow-covered peaks in the fall. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like literally the perfect place to live, because you have an income tax, but it's not like too high, and then you have no sales tax. If you're smart about it, though, if you live right on the Montana-Wyoming border, you can actually work in Wyoming. Wyoming has no income tax, and do all your shopping in Montana, because there's no income tax, or there's no sales tax. So you're actually able to work, thrive. But granted, you don't get any taxes back. But at the end of the day, it's cheaper living. On top of that, the food is much more fresh out there. Have you ever had fresh fucking steak? Fuck, it's delicious. Or bison? Oh my god. Elk. Oh, the list goes on. God damn. Potatoes. Good shit. All right. Well, we just exposed Albert, or Cody Bell, once again, and obviously Albert, because he thinks he can spam my chat and get away with it, and obviously we've proven that he cannot do so, because I'm not going to allow it. I don't let these people walk all over me, because it just never will ever happen. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, so the idea of me ever allowing him in my chat, period, is more than likely not. Because I'm not going to let them sit there and harass my community members. We're moving forward. We're no longer, we're literally, the only reason why I'm doing this stream right now is because this man, again, put lies out. And we have to expose the lies, so that way you guys can make your own determinations and your own decisions, do your own research, instead of just listening to whatever the fuck Cody Bell says, because we've proven half the time he's been false. Over half. Most of the time he's been wrong. He got maybe a few things right. Congratulations. Most of it, he was wrong. That's just the truth, cold hard truth. And if you don't like it, there is the door. You can never bring my name up again, and we'd be done. It's that simple. You bring me up more than I bring you up. I rarely ever bring you up. The only reason why we brought you up the last few days is because you spew more lies. So we had to cover those lies that you were spewing. Yesterday you tried to say I was scared. Today you're trying to say I've gotten everything handed to me. Which we just disproved that. Unlike you, I was 17. You probably didn't move out until you were in your probably 30s, to be completely honest. And like I said, you've had your parents walk you through your life. I haven't had that specialty. Yeah, my parents are there for me, but they're not there for me financially. I've had to do it all myself. Hell, my family's barely been there for me mentally. I've had to do those fights by myself too. But you don't have to deal with these struggles. Your pleasure. You, good sir. You know how they say people are. What is that word? Like they use privileged, white privilege. You're privileged. You got privileges. Holy shit, Cody Bell. We just exposed you. Your $11 an hour job? Okay. Actually, it could be less. Because you kind of gave me that. I'm assuming you're getting paid minimum wage. Your minimum wage, $11, so that's about right. Oh, you guys get lower taxes and higher minimum wage? Oh, fuck yourselves. This is gonna break you guys' souls. $10.85, motherfucker. Here, proving once again. Minimum wage in the state of Minnesota is only $10.85. Our minimum wage and our tax cap do not match. You're telling me that someone can make it off of $10.85 when they're being raped for taxes? They can't. They could try, but it won't work because it's too fucking expensive. The cost of living is too high in the state of Minnesota. Jesus fucking Christ. I just proved I just proved half of these. It's even worse. It's $10.85 per hour for large employers and $8.85 per hour for other state minimum wages, which means you could get paid as low as $8 an hour or $9 an hour. Oh, I grew up in Duluth, and up there they pay state minimum wage for most jobs. That's what you had to live off of. It sucked because you couldn't make it. So, proving my point once again, you're living comfortably. See, in your state, $11 an hour is livable. My state, not even $15 an hour is livable. And yet our minimum wage is actually lower than yours. Isn't that sad? I hate this state. The fact that I put up with this shit for so long. Guys, you realize I put up with so much bullshit for the last I don't know how many years. Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota. This is the fucking living hell that I have to deal with on a regular basis. On top of that, right currently now, I live in Minneapolis, which is one of the most crime-ridden cities in the country right now. It doesn't help. We have one of the highest murder rates. We have one of the no, we still got a pretty high murder rate. We also got a very high theft rate. We actually have one of the higher theft rates in the country, so that doesn't help anything either. So more than likely, your car, you go buy yourself a nice new car, it's probably going to get jacked. Actually, most insurance companies here in Minneapolis, to break your heart, will not cover certain cars. So let's say you want to go buy yourself a Jeep Trackhawk, the insurance company won't cover that. You want to buy yourself a Dodge Charger, won't cover it. You want a Ram Rebel, insurance company won't cover it. There's a list of cars that the insurance company will not cover here in the state or in the city of Minneapolis. Actually, because they're high theft cars is what they say. So we'll go to that list too. You don't want to go to Lust. Bing, we'll get porn. Here we go. We got the list right here that you can't get insured in the state of in the city of Minneapolis. No, I think you're talking about federally. That isn't going to work properly because not everyone has to deal with that issue. Okay, well, I'm assuming that it's going to be the same throughout the state. Because they don't go based on an actual location. Call insurance company here in Minneapolis and ask them for that list. Because they have that list. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can actually find that list. Because of the chip in the car. So, makes a car hard or impossible to insure. There are many reasons why an auto insurance companies might find a car ineligible for auto insurance. The main underlying cause for denial of coverage insurance companies find is a vehicle is too much of a risk to insure. For instance, maybe the value of the vehicle has been deemed too high, or the car doesn't appear too sound for the road. Or it's the cars may not be sustain much damage without immediately being totaled. On the flip side, it could be a vehicle that could cause too much damage to other cars, which increase liability claims against the owner. The cars that are most commonly nearly impossible to insure, gray market cars, meaning vehicles that are legally imported but not sold in the U.S. Modified or altered vehicles, custom cars, exotics, high value, high performance, antiques, classics, or rare vehicles, exhibition cars, vehicles that are too heavy, branded title vehicles. That's where they're going to get you here in Minneapolis because there's a list of cars that it's based off the brand. Hey, knock it off. Like most Chrysler products, they won't insure in Minneapolis. Like if you got a Chrysler 300, they won't insure it. You got a Dodge Charger, won't insure it. You got a Dodge Durango, won't insure it. If these are brand new cars, of course, mostly. You got a Charger, will not insure it. And then there's Cadillacs, they will not insure. Most Cadillacs, they will not insure. And the list goes on and on. So. Oh. Yeah, no, they're not going to focus. I think I just found it. Okay, the surprisingly very long list of things your car insurance. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. We can go to Progressive and find out. Am I ready to join the Truxton Army? No, I made Darius my bitch, so that ain't happening. I've made fun of him quite a few times myself. So, insurance, phone, online, contact, policy terms of use. Yeah, just ain't happening. My problem is the fact that, the man was obsessing over a woman that was unnecessary. I called him out on that, and I also called him out when I did. And we all know what happened. One of those videos got stolen, by the way. Okay. Let's just use this. Auto, get a quote. Okay. Yeah. They're not giving me any informations. Oh, because the smart thing, that shit doesn't work. Yeah, I guess so. I hold myself to honesty, and I have integrity, things like that. So because of that, it's a no. I realize he probably wants me because I would be an asset, but I got more pull than he does, so he can't demand anything from me, really. So, uh, okay. Yeah, they're saying modified, but they're not like. Let's see if I type Minnesota. Maybe we'll be lucky. Well, they're not giving me that list because probably I have to ask for a quote. I don't need a quote. But I know there's a list, and actually, I could ask a family friend for that information and give that to you guys. Oh, I just found Minnesota Commerce. Looks like it's got something more. Bags of fault insurance. No fault is personal injury. If you were injured in an accident, this person. What the fuck? Ah. Okay. Still not giving me anything. They cover for heavy winds. Heavy winds, hail, tornado. It depends on which part of the state. North, they cover your average, which is heavy winds, cold, snow, too much snow. If your roof collapses, but usually that's something you can take care of yourself. We used to have to shovel off our roof every winter. They're really not going to give me that list, are they? So it looks like it's too. Even though it's a freaking simple fucking question, they're not. But I know like the basics. So like I know like your basic like Dodge Charger will not get covered. Your Durangos won't. A good chunk of the Jeeps will not get covered. Some of the Jeeps will. And if they're older vehicles, more than likely they will, unless they're considered a rare vehicle. That is the one thing I am concerned about because I am looking at buying a truck. Sexy as Ram. It's a classic. It's an oldie boogity, but I have no positive one insured while I still live here in Minneapolis. But, hey man, Anyways, what I'm getting at is we've disproven Cody Bell's points again, and I do this on a regular basis. You know, Cody Bell is pretty much pampered, and we've just proven this. Obviously, because he wouldn't be making the jokes he makes if he didn't live a fucking comfortable, cushiony life. That's what that whole thing tells me. He's been babied his entire life. He's cushioned. If he went through the shit I went through, he might end up actually. He probably would have killed himself. But I think he was maybe too sheltered, and that's why he's a narcissist. But he's got the narcissistic behaviors. That does happen from being too sheltered. But if he had to go through the shit I went through, I don't think he'd be able to handle it. It's called life. Having to fend for yourself and getting shit for yourself. I didn't have the pleasures of having a comfortable, cushiony life. No. I wish, but no. I've had to work for everything. I had to fight. I've had people try killing me multiple times. An ex tried to kill me multiple times. Hell, I even had a price in my head at one point in time. That got nullified due to some friends. The point I'm going at is I have not lived a cushiony life. So when Cody Bell makes these jokes and makes these comments, see, I won't make jokes about someone getting molested. Cody Bell does. See, I've got what's called morals. I have boundaries that I will not cross. Cody Bell's crossed those boundaries multiple times. Only a few times have I crossed those boundaries with Cody Bell. But that's because he crossed them with me. Way too fucking far. But I've exposed the facts. I never brought anyone that wasn't involved with the situation. He did. He brought in multiple family members prior to me bringing in his family member, or the maybe two that I brought in that weren't involved. He brought his own family members in. It tells me that this man doesn't care about himself. It doesn't care about his family. He just cares about the views, the clicks, and the bait. He wants to troll you guys, and he wants you to kiss his ass and do whatever he wants you to do, because that's the kind of person he is. He's obsessed with himself. He thinks he's better than everyone else. He thinks that no one is equal to him. He treats everyone like shit because that's just the kind of person he is. Think about it. This man literally gloats like no tomorrow. This guy literally does not act like a humble person one bit. Then he attacks someone who is, and then finds out that person does not. This person, yeah, I may be humble, but I sure as hell fight back and I bite back harder. That's the point I'm getting at. Cody Bell is obsessed. He obsesses over things that are completely unnecessary. He lives in drama. Shit. Like, are you kidding me? If you told him to get the fuck out of drama, he wouldn't do it. If you bet him, because I'm going to bet him right here, right now. I bet you not to do anything for drama for the next 4 months. That's a bet. Now, if you're a real man, you'll take the bet. Now, if you're a little bitch, like I'm assuming you are, you won't. You'll still bring up the drama. Because you live in it. You obsess over it. That's all you fucking do is drama, drama, drama. You're like a teenage girl. I don't know about you, but in middle school I thought I was too old for drama. What makes you think that that's changed with this as me being in my 30s? It hasn't. That's the point I'm getting at. So you can keep being obsessed all you want, and I will keep bringing up the facts every time. You try to come up with a new lie, and I will expose that lie because, unlike you, I actually come with receipts. I do my research. Hell, I do it on video for you guys to see me doing my research. You come with no research. We've already proven that you are pampered just by your state alone. Fuck. So I'm probably positive that you've literally been pampered your entire fucking life. You've never had to bust your ass for anything. And that's why you're comfortable enough to sit there and harass people online. And that's why when I think of Cody Bell and I think of Dean TV, all I think of is a fucking keyboard warrior. Because that's all you'll ever be. All those muscles are just for show. You probably couldn't put them to use. If you had to lift the things I've had to lift, you'd shit yourself. Until you can come to me telling me you've lifted a diesel engine. Oh, wait, no, you can't physically lift a diesel engine. The average person cannot. Done it a couple times. I should question my man. Hey, sometimes I don't know my own strength. I used to work out quite a bit when I was in high school, and then on top of that, I'm always in for helping people move, so I'm always stuck lifting something heavy. I got a shitty back, and I still push it past. There's days where I'm like, should I do this? Should I do this? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then I regret it literally that day. Actually, I usually don't regret it that day. I regret it the morning before. Morning after, when everything fucking hurts. But that's the point I'm getting at, okay? I'm someone who's literally dealt with heavy lifting in my fucking life. Things that literally weigh more than Cody Bell. But, exactly my point. Cody Bell obsesses over people for no fucking reason. I live rent-free in his fucking head because I've exposed him for who he exactly is. I've peeled him apart, exposed him. Now the whole world knows exactly who he is. Why do you think he barely gets any fucking views on his troll channel? His troll channel's a joke. We've already proven that. Here in Hyatt America, we do better here than he does on his little troll channel. On top of that, if I remember right, the channel that he got taken down with false copyright strikes, the one that he ended up stealing content from, if I remember right, that channel was destroying his big channel. And that's sad. So, proving to him once again, he's irrelevant. He is a nobody. He always will be. His biggest videos are the ones that he talks about me in. Or Darius Truxton. But that's just because that's all he ever does. It's either me or Darius. Okay. That's obsession. That's derangement syndrome. That's psychoticness. Cody Bell, you need to get some fucking help. I'm going to give you some advice. Go see a therapist. Because this much obsession is not good. Doxing people online is not a good thing. Thinking that it's okay is not a good thing. Sitting there harassing people's family members, not a good fucking thing. Sitting there calling people that didn't give you their number is not an okay thing. Obsessing and stalking people is not okay. Making sexual remarks to minors is definitely not okay. Defending pedophiles is not okay. The fact that I don't know about you, but me personally, I'd hate myself for it, but signing away the rights to your own kid, it's not okay. I'm proving I bring the fucking receipts and you don't. This is why you never have been able to beat me. This is why you've never been able to take me on. Well, you've tried. I'll give you that. but you haven't been succeeding. You haven't succeeded once. And all I do is prove why. You believe people who are narcissists. Like, literally, you listen to a woman who is a pathological liar, and you took words from a pathological liar as facts. Someone who lied to you nonstop in those streams, you took as facts. You took lies as facts. See, people would be more believing about it if it was more than one person saying this shit. It's only one person. Doesn't that suck? And that's why I told you, if my ex jumps on stream lying about me and my family again, she will deal with a felony. Lying to a judge is a felony. And the difference between me and her is I have witnesses. She doesn't. Yeah, she may try to bring on witnesses that lie on the stand, but that ain't gonna work too hot. Because I will bring into question psychological problems in the family. Multiple. Oh. For crying out loud, look at her mother's father. He was put in mental institution for being a schizophrenic. Her mom she's bipolar, and she's a schizo, and narcissistic at the same time. I'm more than positive that she handed that down to her daughter. Oh, actually, I know she did, because I had to fucking live with her for fucking 7 years. Well, not 7 years. I think it was like 4 or 5, but still the point. Oh, no. I was with her for 7 fucking years. Holy shit. I tolerated absolute living hell. Why? I still question that myself. Yeah, I'm always going to question that. But the point I'm getting at is I have exposed you every inch of the fucking way. And every time you keep lying through your fucking teeth. And I've exposed you every time. So why keep doing it when I keep exposing you? Why aren't you getting sick and tired of being exposed? Are you getting sick and tired of me giving out the facts? Aren't you sick and tired of me pulling up the actual doing my research? Aren't you sick and tired of your points being muted? You know, that little thing you did with the sign on public television, lying about me doing something that I never did, like you usually do? You know I had to do no damage control for that? None. Actually, I think you might have to do some damage control, just in the fact that I think people might think you're psychotic enough to boost a lie on public television on board. And I'm not even going to tell you the kind of derangement syndrome of someone who has to have a board that says, read it, make sure you read it. That's pretty, like, me, I could care less. I really could. Like I've said, wrestling hasn't been good in a very long time. But, hey, Cody Bell will keep pushing the lies, and he'll keep believing his own lies. That is how narcissistic this man is. Come on, guys. And I do what I do best. We're pretty much close to being done with the drama. I'm hoping if you just leave blown after this because I'm giving him that bet. He cannot bring up drama for the next 2 months. If he does, he loses. And he proves my point once again. He will bury himself in the action. If he brings me up, or anyone up for that matter, in a drama rant for the next 5 months, at any point in the next 5 months, he loses once again. Because he lives in the drama. He obsesses over the drama. See, me, I've got what's called a life. I have other things that are more important to me than some fucking drama. Especially some drama that makes me feel like I'm still in fucking middle school. Okay? Dude, the jokes you come up with half the time, oh, your mom's fat. Okay, we used to say your mom was fat back in fucking middle school. Jesus fucking Christ. This is a 40-year-old man, guys. I'm just not. I just can't. I can't. Guys, Jeez. I thought middle school was too old for this shit. I'm in my 30s. I'm more than definitely too old for this shit. And that's why the channel changed its focus. That's why the channel went through a rebranding. That's why the channel went through a lot of work this past fucking weekend. And you know what? I'm proud I did it because that means I can step away from you and not bother with your ass. Because all I have to do now is let you know straight up, Cody Bell, that if you mention me once, you mention bring drama up at all once in the next 5 months, you boost more lies, you do any of this, in the next 5 months, you lose. Ultimately, you end up with a big fat L because it proves my fucking point, doesn't it? It'll prove to the whole world that you're so psychotic you cannot take 5 months away from the fucking drama. You live in it. Enjoy being a teenage fucking girl. So to me, that's what I think of when I think of you. Literally, that's it. And why don't you go do what some of those weird dudes do when they braid their fucking beards? Yeah, I won't do that ever. And we've already know that your muscles are all fake. They're just for show. That's why you had to wear a fake costume to go to Comic-Con with. You got nothing, dude. There's a huge difference between me and you can't handle that. I'm more of a humble person than you'll ever be. I hate to break your little fucking heart. Hell, in this video, I never brought your family up once. Proving me my points. But why don't we end it here, guys? Because I want to get some sleep, and I do have to do another stream again tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us here today. I know we're trying to step away from the drama, but I did have to respond to these comments, these posts. And proving to the whole point again, these guys are obsessed. You know, we got the stalker who stalks me on a regular basis, but we've already proven that man is the pedophile that I have already exposed. He has literally raped a 2-year-old child. But Cody Bell defends this guy. So, the point I'm getting at is we got him obsessing over me 24/7. You got Cody Bell obsessing over me whenever he gets the chance. Sitting in the drama, proving my points time and time again, pushing lies. And they both do this. This is why them and the troll police are pretty much... They might as well fucking group up at this point. Because neither one of them can handle me. Because for one, I'm honest, they just bring lies. They never bring any facts to anything. And we see why. Because the facts hurt their pride. Hurt their little whatever the fuck you want to call it. Their feelings. It hurts their feelings. But whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna come with the truth. You can see your lies all you want. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Just anything. Hell, spamming my chat. You don't think that's childish, though? Guys, you guys gotta realize these are 40-year-old men acting this way. 40-year-old men acting like petulant children. Anyways, what I'm saying, guys, do not take what they tell you as facts. Do your own research. Find your own facts out. Don't take lies. Do your own research. Make your own conclusions and come up with your own. Everyone is their own person. You, me, the average person. So why believe what somebody tells you? Do your own research. If you do this, you may find that the lie they're spewing is a lie and not a truth. Or you may prove that you may find that it's true. The point I'm getting at is when you boost the lies, when you believe the lies without doing your own research, you're no better than they are. But then again, that's my take on all of it. I am officially done with it because, well, we're having success right now within a new category, which is fucking awesome. Because that gives me room to walk away, doesn't it? So, because that means we go back to what we were doing about a year ago, over a year, before Albert brought me into all this fucking bullshit. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you guys did, smash that like, subscribe, push that bell for notifications so you're notified when content goes live. Also, don't forget to go check out our sponsor. Go to w.gg. Use code American Gaming to get 10% off your entire purchase. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay frosty.